Hello, my name is Octavia Nuril Kamila, Absen 26 from 12 Accounting 2. Now, I will present about field work practice. In the face of the current globalization era, the Indonesian Ministry of National Education has endeavored to create a quality human research. As the techniques instructs to deal with the techniques of the science and technology, especially in the learning environment of vocational high school or SMK, which is supported by certain facilities. In this KBM learning system, SMK students are required to know the scope of the problem that exists in the facing the problem that arises. Supporting experience is also needed. From the current curriculum, every SMK student are required to implement dual system learning, which consists of the learning system, namely the school learning system and the job training learning system. Likewise, learning at SMK and Tumbutuan has used to the KBM education system so that the field work practice or PKL system is implemented, with the aim of preparing vocational students to face the real world of work. The influence of the globalization era has had a double impact, namely, on the one hand, this era has brought an increasingly open climate for cooperation in the field of business and management. On the other hand, this era also brings fierce competition in the field of technology. Therefore, we as successors in the future must prepare ourselves to face competition in an increasingly fierce business world. One of the efforts made by SMK Negeri Tumbutuan is by holding a practical field working program. The job training program is a practical work training activity in an agency or company in order to determine the skills they have, and as a provision for entering real work. Proud with this industrial work practice, students are exposed to get an overview of work implementation, organizational structure, and activities carried out by certain parts in a particular company. The further practice in a question is an effort for students to carry out work practice provided by a company or agency in accordance with the study program they are running. Field work practice programs have a specific objectives. The objectives include obtain education to become a workforce with professional skills, knowing the difference between the world of business or industry and the school environment. Provide an overview from me about how to work properly and correctly in accordance with the education obtained in the world of education at school. As evidence of implementing private practice at PT Varia Usahawan, as a report of the results of the field practice or PKL, which has been carried out in reading, as a guideline for making subsequent papers, collecting data for the benefit of the school and especially myself, and also to support the improvement of student knowledge and the learning level. I practice field work at PT Varia Usahawan, which is located at the Royal Business Park, Block F2, F3, Tambaoso, Waru, Sidoarjo. I did field work for 6 months, began in October 2019 until March 2020. In doing field work, there were mentors from school and from the company. When doing field work, there is some kinds of instruction, like me, duty instruction. A. Providing guidance and doctrine what is needed for carrying out activity of field working practice. B. Conducting monitoring in period has been determined as to review the finding the working practice. And he said that during my practical field work, there were several tasks or activities that I did, such as analyze the human, operate office equipment and machines, practice in the service office program, run of the office library, practicing document, retention and discovery procedures, practicing the producers for managing letter infrastructure administration. As long as I practice in PT Varia Usahabeton, readers get a lot of insight and knowledge that has never been readers get during the school day. With the fall work practice or PKL activities, students get valuable experience in the form of provisions to enter the world after graduation from SMK. With street vendor students also get lesson in the form of creativity, patience, honesty, discipline, and responsibility for the association work. The successful implementation of this framework practice is very much needed by students in order to be able to follow one of the requirements to take the US or UN. Based on conclusion, the advice that I gave the PT Varia Usahabeton and SMK and Tumbutuan with the evaluation of the possibility that the result of analysis can be used as material for consideration and evaluation for audits and schools. The suggestion that I can give to the audits are also follows. We recommended that every street vendor student be placed in a section that corresponds to their respective major so that the basic competencies set by the school can be fulfilled. We recommended that companies can provide certificates to students. The suggestions that I can give to schools are also for the implementation time for the street vendors of be extended so that the material provided by the company can be better absorbed. The material for street vendors activity journal books is adjusted the location of street vendors. We recommend that cooperation between schools and companies or agencies be expanded so that students can complete in a one company of servers with code. I'm sorry if there is a mistake. Thank you.